All right, we have some big news coming in. Two-time Grammy Award winner Ricky Cage puts out a tweet on his Medallion, still stuck in Bengaluru customs for 2 months. Ricky Cage seeks help through Twitter. Finance Minister tweets, hopefully. Here is Ricky Cage, who puts out a very strongly worded message on Twitter saying that it's been nearly 2 months since his Grammy Medallion has not reached him. He says, and I quote, "I request urgent help from Chennai Customs, from Commissioner of Bengaluru City, from Customs India. I recently won a Grammy Award. My Medallion is stuck in Customs Bengaluru for over 2 months. He's also tagged several other courier companies, but says that none of them are responsive and are not helpful. Could you please help me get my medal?" This is Ricky Cage, who's putting out an SOS after 2 months of winning his Grammy. He's still not been able to hold it as it's stuck in customs. He says the customs not releasing it and he does not know why. He's been trying to coordinate with the customs, but yet no response. Ricky Cage really brought much pride to India after he won the second Grammy Award. You had Prime Minister Narendra Modi wishing him on Twitter. Several messages that came in from all across the globe endorsing and praising Ricky Cage, really bringing so much pride to the nation. But here is Ricky Cage, stressed and upset with his Grammy Award being stuck at the customs. He puts out a strong message on his Twitter asking for some kind of intervention from officials, and the customs says so far no response from any of them. Let me cut across to Shiv Arur joining us on the phone line on that. Shiv, Ricky Cage, who brings such pride to the nation, today is really trying hard to get hold of his Grammy Award, which seems to be stuck in customs for over 2 months.
You know, bit of a bizarre story, Nabila. You know, we covered Ricky Cage's amazing win at the Grammys earlier this year. He met with Prime Minister Modi as well. He was feted by the entire country, and he's been very gracious about this. You know, like a true Indian, he's being very, very gracious. He's tweeted requesting urgent help. He says, "I recently won the Grammy Award. My Medallion is stuck in customs Bengaluru for over 2 months." He's asked the cargo companies also for help. He says FedEx is not being responsive or helpful. Could you help get my medal? He's also said, you know, very graciously, Nabila, he said, would sincerely request everyone not to blame customs for this. They may not be aware what the product is or what its purpose is. They're probably following procedure. The motive of this tweet is to let them know of the package, and hopefully they will release it to me. But it is a little bizarre, isn't it, that his Medallion, his Grammy Award, has been stuck for over 2 months. I mean, I can imagine, a trophy or a Grammy being stuck for a few days, maybe even maybe a week or two. But for 2 months, for over 2 months, for someone like Ricky Cage, surely there are procedures. I'm sure everything needs to go through the, due process, and customs has a very, very difficult job, but for someone like Ricky Cage, who is not new to winning awards, Indians winning awards is not something new for certain. For something like this to happen is a little odd. It strikes me as a little odd, and I'm guessing Ricky Cage, who clearly is the kind of guy who, doesn't like creating a fuss, because he's saying, please don't blame the customs for this, and is a little embarrassed about this whole affair, was forced to actually get onto social media and highlight that, please return my Grammy Medallion to me. And as we all know, Grammy Awards, medallions, recognitions of this kind mean everything to maestros and people who work so hard to win these awards. So it's a little odd that the customs are still sitting on that award and haven't even contacted him to let him know what the problem is. We understand that the Finance Ministry, the Nirmala Sitharaman's department and ministry have taken cognizance of this. We understand that they hopefully will try and help Ricky Cage out. Everyone has seen those pictures as well, Nabila, Ricky Cage meeting with the Prime Minister. He met him in 2015 also, the last time he won an award. This time once again, he's met him after winning the award. So, one hopes that the customs guys will have got Ricky Cage's message. I'm sure they'll be watching what India Today is reporting on the story as well.
Right, but what we hear is, Shiv, that the customs has responded saying that they're trying to understand what exactly is the product all about. They've sought details from Ricky Cage, but undoubtedly the kind of the pain that he was put through to win a Grammy Award for the second time, bringing so much pride to the country, and yet not feeling it and receiving it in his hands. Really such a shame.
It's really weird. I mean, I'm guessing there's a lot of procedure involved here as well, because the customs department, in fact, has clarified on their side. They've responded to Ricky Cage just about an hour ago and said, please note, as informed by Bangalore Customs, that the authorized courier, FedEx, had not filed the bill of entry for clearance till date. They've been asked to do so immediately. So, the culprit may actually be the courier company and not actually the Indian Customs at all. In fact, the Customs Commissioner of City Customs in Bengaluru has responded to Ricky Cage saying, Namaste, hearty congratulations on winning the Grammy Award. Help us by providing the tracking number, etc. And then you've got this response saying that the bill of entry for clearance has not been provided by the cargo company FedEx. And Ricky Cage himself in his tweet has said that FedEx is not being very responsive or helpful on this whole thing. He's also, clarified that the Recording Academy couriers these medallions to the winners. They're not given at the ceremony itself. So there was no way that Ricky could have actually, tracked where this was, because it wasn't with him at any point of time. It's actually sent by courier, by the Academy itself. So this is a bit of an odd twist to get into for someone who's won a Grammy Award. But as they say, only in India. I'm sure this has happened in other places as well. But it appears from what we're seeing that the customs are following due process, and the culprit might actually be the cargo company. We're still awaiting word, but now that the spotlight is on it, I'm sure it will be released very, very shortly. That's the way ththings work, don't they, here in Dabila?
Right. Shiv, thank you very much for joining us on that. Here is Ricky Cage, a two-time Grammy Award winner who's brought immense pride to India. Unfortunately, has been distressed for over 2 months. He hasn't been able to get hold of his Grammy Award, which still is stuck in customs. He says categorically, don't blame the customs. They may not be aware. While the customs has responded asking for details, shifting the blame now on the courier company FedEx to have really caused this delay. Let's hope there is intervention in time and he receives it at the earliest.